Hello and welcome to this module on informed consent.
This comprehensive module provides the key concepts of informed consent that will benefit clinical research professionals, including research scientists, clinical research associates, study coordinators, clinical trial recruiters, principal investigators, and clinical study teams. It will also benefit regulatory affairs professionals and others who may create or review consent forms within the sponsor or clinical research organization. The module provides an explanation of the components of a complete and appropriate consent form, as specified by the International Conference on Harmonization, ICH, and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, as well as guidance for the creation and appropriate wording of these components. It also includes a discussion on the benefits and concerns with electronic informed consent, and presents publications and projects that explore the use of eConsent.
Upon completion of this module, learners should be able to define informed consent and identify the key characteristics of the process. Identify situations that would require informed consent and exceptions to consent. Explain the proper methods of communicating with and gaining consent from various populations of potential study subjects. Explain the proper use of electronic consent, its benefits and concerns with its use. Identify common problems with informed consent forms. Write a complete and appropriate consent form. Determine which consent form components are necessary, based on the characteristics of the study and potential study subjects. Analyze completed consent forms for comprehensiveness, appropriateness, and accuracy. Describe the difference between short and long consent forms and explain when each is appropriate. Summarize informed consent requirements under HIPAA. This module is organized around the following major facets of informed consent. Lesson 1, Introduction and Definition. Lesson 2, Determining when informed consent is necessary. Lesson 3, Comprehension Guidelines. Lesson 4, Overview of Elements of Consent. Lesson 5, Writing the Introduction and Purpose Statement. Lesson 6, Explaining Procedures. Lesson 7, Explaining Risks and Benefits. Lesson 8, Explaining Alternatives, Cost, and Compensation. Lesson 9, Explaining confidentiality and subject rights. Lesson 10, Storage of specimens. Lesson 11, Contact information, consent statements, and signatures. Lesson 12, Long form versus short form and tips for administering consent. And Lesson 13, Changes to informed consent under HIPAA. Thank you.